One. You are
Good
now-
evening, viewers out in TCTV land. Thank you for joining us tonight for our October meeting of the Templeton Agricultural Commission. And we apologize for the slight delay in start. We had a little scheduling snafu, but if you hung on to wait for us, we so appreciate that. So we are going to start our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All righty, our first order of business based upon our agenda, which was posted, is the review of minutes of April 1st and October 2nd. And
So Carrie, I believe because it was you, Andre, and Tim at the April 4th, 2024 meeting,
okay,
that we would need to have all three of you here to vote on these.
all righty,
So we probably need to table those until the next meeting.
okay,
And with October, all three of you were here.
okay.
So
So we are going to look at the October 2nd, 2023, one whole year ago. Gentlemen, did you have a chance to look at the minutes? And if they're okay, I'll entertain a motion to accept the 10/2/23 minutes.
So move.
And second by Mr. Roddy. Okay. All right. So the next agenda item is the reorganization of the commission. And I think I would like to wait until we have our full slate of members to do that. I mean, we could just vote in people that are not here, but I know I don't want to get anybody upset. So we are going to put that agenda number 2 off until our a future meeting. Item number 3 is really just an informational item about a processing center that Growing Places is going to be operating at the former Waterford Street School in Gardner on Waterford Street. And this is a community center. And what they are going to be doing is purchasing agricultural products from local farmers and processing them. They are going to be a certified kitchen and probably the closest one that we have in this area. So when that goes fully online, I think this is an exciting thing because you know, you might have too many blueberries or you might have too many apples, or I might have too much horseradish, although you probably can never have too much horseradish. But anyway, this is something that they've been working towards, and we're kind of hoping that they're going to be online soon, hopefully by the end of the year. And I think that's going to be a really good thing.
No, that's a fabulous option.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
really is.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they are already looking at, you know, surpluses of tomatoes when they come in season and squashes because they have all the equipment that they'd be able to do peeling and cutting and just lots of things. It'll just open up lots of opportunity for our local farmers here. So the next item, agenda item that I put down was a potential organization of our local AgComs by the Worcester County Conservation District. They're in Holden. This is not a done deal yet, but in years past, the Massachusetts organization of AgComs used to get together for a once-a-year meeting. It was fabulous because we could talk to people from other towns and cities, mostly towns, and, you know, get an idea of what was working for them. And we would have speakers, and it was a great time. And I don't know if it was COVID or maybe pre-COVID, that organization kind of fell by the wayside a little bit. So our Worcester County Conservation District is really interested in seeing, even if it's the Worcester County Farm Agriculture Commissions kind of come together and do that same sort of sharing locally. I just kind of bring that up as something really, for an information item for my fellow members. The next item that I put down is I am a member of a local growers group called the Montachusett Agricultural Alliance. And I gave each of you gentlemen and Ms. Wida a copy of the webpage, most of it, the important stuff anyway. Just to let you know what this is about. You can be a very small, almost a homesteader and join this. It's for the Montachusett region. We have several members in Templeton already that are part of this alliance. And we meet together once a month. We discuss local crop issues, local livestock issues, other things of agricultural importance. We also work alongside growing places. They've been very helpful in purchasing a lot of our agricultural products. So it's something I want to get out there, that even if, say the only thing you do is grow lots and lots of tomatoes, but maybe you'd like an outlet to sell, there is an opportunity that you could sign up and, through our alliance, be able to possibly market some of your tomatoes to growing places or other places. So that group is growing strong, and we are going to post that information along with our agenda items. The next item, I feel like we talk about this at every meeting, is the Templeton Farmers Market. It really didn't happen this year. We held an informational meeting and I came to it, and another fellow that plays the guitar, he received a grant through the Cultural Council. So I can't remember his name. He's very good. So a lot of people talk about wanting a farmer's market, but the truth is we need more buyers and sellers. So we're still kicking around. Is there a way, or should there be a way, to make a successful farmer's market in Templeton? And I don't know as we really have the answer to that yet. Just because you want it or people say they want it doesn't mean that they're going to go to it. And also, it's really hard if somebody makes an effort to come to our farmer's market and there really isn't much there, then there's no incentive to go back. So we tried something different that we thought had some promise. And this summer, there was a once a month concert. And I believe it started 1 or 2 o'clock anyway. We thought, what if we joined a farmer's market right there, on the common near the library in advance of the concert. And we thought it was a wonderful idea. And it was, in theory, a wonderful idea. But
Well, it comes down to a number of things. Access to it. The common would be a great place because it's very accessible. The fact that we're on the site is over by the Boynton Library. It's a little bit difficult to get
Yeah.
there. So that
way.
creates a little bit of an issue. You need vendors and whatnot. And from what my understanding, well, we don't probably need to get in the whole discussion about it, but the music, and then it ended and then the market began after the music.
no, we
It
were
wasn't
before
before-
the concert. Yeah.
Oh, okay, before, but it wasn't during it or whatever.
No.
Yeah, so, but anyway, all that being said, I think logistics probably need to be worked out on that, but really accommodating good access. The Common is a great place there in front of the First Church. It's just
Mhm.
peels off, much like, because we're involved. I mean, our farm's involved with a number of markets. And, when I think about Westminster up there on,
Yeah. up on
I
the
mean, in
hill.
other words, it's an accessible, easy place to get to. And that's really key, there's a lot of folks that leaving work or whatever. But anyway, all that being said, I think those things probably need to be discussed. Talk to the vendors, potential vendors to see what would work for them.
Yeah.
Because that's what you want to do. If you got vendors there, I've noticed in the other markets, things are, I've noticed like a 10-15% drop off of participation from clients in the past.
Mhm.
I don't know what it may be attributed to the economics today, the economy, the inflation stuff and whatnot. But, I mean, we watch the numbers, and, so, but all that being said, I think those other aspects, we need to probably take a closer look at if we can want to augment
Yeah,
Templeton's.
I think the idea of, if we had somebody motivated to spend some time and energy on advertising and, really beating the bushes and maybe place our energies into once a month and do it well, I think that it could be successful, or it could be more successful. I know in Gardner, we're doing one Saturday a month, and we had a lot of traffic. I made as much money there as I would make in a month of weekly ones. So it was time well spent for us too. Even in the pouring rain, it worked out all right. So I'm not ready to give up. We just, we have a little bit more to do.
Well, I'll go back to what I was saying before. It's about location. Belchertown, for example. Fabulous location on the common where they have theirs. It's all about making it, everything's a drive up community now. Drive up services, McDonald's, whatever it might be. Well, similar
Yeah.
to farmers markets.
Even Barry, I mean, you come through the center
It's
of Barry,
boom,
the
it's right
farmer's
there.
market, it's right there, you see it,
And
and then you're like, oh, I can stop in and pick this up, I can say,
it's an easy in and
and
out.
Yeah.
it's off to the side here at the library. When you come
It's-
through the center of town, you really don't, you
Yeah.
don't notice it.
You have
and
to
then
make
it's
an
one
effort.
way.
You have to
Yeah,
make a
then
real
it's one way,
effort
you
to
don't
go
notice it.
there.
Yeah.
And if
know.
the vendors aren't there, that's
At
key.
least if it was on the common across from the church, when you drive through, you see it, it's right there.
Yeah.
People would be more apt to stop
Yeah.
and participate, so.
So, yeah, that's probably our next move, is to find out, logistically what we would need to do to be able to relocate it, more over
That would be a
there.
perfect
Yeah,
area.
and give it a try. All righty. The next thing that I have on the agenda is just a general discussion of crop conditions this year from your perspective on how it was for you.
We did very well. We had a really good year. We had, didn't have any real issues. We had, the rain was good, the weather was good. Other than, the things everybody has, the deer,
Mhm.
wildlife, things like that you're trying to keep out of the fields and keep out of the crops. But, we did very well and had a very good crop of blueberries. Very well.
That's good.
Coming off of a complete disaster from the previous year
Yeah.
due to environmental conditions, the freeze that we had in February, temperatures on the 4th of February, we're down to 19 below and pretty much took out all of New England, most of New York and Pennsylvania peach crop. So that's a big cash crop for us that's coming into the season. And then the situation that took place on May 18th, where we had temperatures dropped, like in our area, it was like 26 degrees, but you can probably at a time of fruitlet stage and petal fall, very extreme. It's like a little baby putting it out in the cold. It's very susceptible to cold. You might be able to get away with about an hour of that, but we had about a 7-hour period of it basically stayed at 26. So it smoked the crops in for my farm anyway, and like 80% of it was cooked. But what happens is nature has an interesting way to regenerate itself, and one of the things that it does is it produces a lot more bud formation for the following year. And so, to Tim's point, it's been a fabulous year. Take a look at the acorns, take a look at everything, the hydrangeas, other plant life. And it's indicative to our apple crop. The other thing, everything lined up. It's interesting how nature has a way to balance things out. Oh, we're gonna slam you this year, but this year, boom, all of a sudden, very little environmental pressures. We did have a lot of rain, created some issues earlier, but it also helped out. This sustainable dry period for us was great because you had a methodical maturation period where the flavor of our fruit is just like unbelievable at this point. We taste test it all the time every year, and I'm very impressed by it. So the bottom line is, yeah, this is a fabulous year for us. We dodged every hailstorm, everything else. It sort of
Yeah.
split and what, you know
Mm.
what I mean? That's like a paper shredder for blueberry, anything.
Everything.
So, bottom line is, yeah, it was, we bounced back. So, and it's great that people are still, supporting our local agriculture. And that's huge because, you can go into the whole thing about carbon footprint and whatnot, and the fact that you got great local fruit that's fresh and people are supporting us. So, as long as that keeps on going, we'll keep on doing. But anyway, it's been
Yeah.
a good year for us.
That's good.
Thank you, and thankfully.
All righty. I guess I'll turn to you. Are we working on any animal complaints? No?
Some minor complaints about chickens, but other than that, no. And most people recognize now that with the chickens, they need to work that out, either civilly or with their neighbor.
Is that based on voice?
Wandering,
Oh, okay.
Free range.
free range.
Gotta
Oh,
love the free range.
yeah.
No,
As long as it's in your area.
the foxes love the free range.
Yeah, so the coyotes and
Yeah,
other things.
bear right now too.
Yeah,
We have
Yeah.
yeah, we've had a couple, both of our neighbors have had bear take out their flocks.
We have a bobcat that's pretty active, and I've seen him now
Chickens.
2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
In my yard and in my acreage, and if you have free range chickens, I mean, they're just,
Yeah.
they're gonna take them out, so.
Well, what's happening is you talk about environmental pressure, you talk about weather and this, that, and the other thing, but you have animal issues, and they've assimilated to the point where, we can get along with you because we're gonna snack off your activities. And that's really what's actually happening. And it makes it more and more difficult, for us in farm, to put up fences and stuff like that. And even then, it's a tremendous expense.
They're really active right now. All of the animals are very active right now.
Yeah.
We live in the middle of Gardner, where the houses are, not very far apart. And somebody slowed down to snap pictures in front of my house, and I'm like, what is going on? And I stood up and looked up, and there's a coyote in my driveway.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, they've become beyond almost beyond nuisance. It's real problematic is what's happening. And if it's unchecked, we're gonna have much more greater issues than we're actually having now. So,
We have a lot of bait out there right now. A lot of people have chickens.
Yeah.
Mm.
well, yeah, good food source, they'll go to it.
But other than that, no, it's been pretty good with complaints.
That's good.
for animals.
Good.
So.
So under chair or member comments, I probably could have did this under number 5 under the Montachusett Ag Alliance, but we are hosting, the company name is Remol. They do high tunnels. And they are coming to Pino Family Farm in Sterling, and they're going to Mr. Pino has a high tunnel, several high tunnels actually. So the manufacturer is going to be coming down on the 20th of October and kind of discussing all sorts of things, whatever we have a question about as far as siting a high tunnel and what's involved, and those are often available through Natural Resource Conservation Service through their EQIP program. It's an application that farmers can do if they want to put up a high tunnel. And
You
Yeah.
describe what high tunnels.
so
for our
high
audience,
is
they
going to
probably
be more more like a cold frame and less like a traditional heated greenhouse. So a high tunnel is something that you would not use supplementary heat for. However, the main reason for having it would be a season extender
Mhm.
so that you could start earlier and go later. And there's, like I said, grants available through USDA for up to 75% of the cost of putting one of these up. And so I qualified for a grant, but I have such a sloping, wet piece of property that I think I'm not gonna go through with it, but I'm still gonna listen to.
Well, it's a great option to extend your season.
I
Oh,
have-
yeah,
I
for
have a,
sure.
I have a small one that I put up.
Yep.
And it's exactly that. You get things in earlier in the springtime.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm putting in things like spinach and arugula and things like that now.
Yeah.
It'll grow right through until you get such a hard frost that you
Mhm.
really can't cover them anymore, but I don't have any supplemental heat, but it really extends the season,
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, you've had some pretty sunny days lately too,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, so
yeah.
that's
that's
nice.
interesting. Is that the 20th?
The 20th of October,
You know the date, what day?
and it's at,
Sunday.
Is it a Sunday?
yeah. I
2 p.m.
can't find my real glasses, so I'm on,
I just-
previous glasses.
We
But-
can also post this.
Yes, yeah, that's part of the
multiple
material.
Places.
And there is a charge for non-members of the Montachusett Agricultural Alliance, if you want to go to that. And that information is on the website, the other one that I gave you. All right, does any member have anything that they want to bring up or discuss in the land of agriculture?
No, not this
No,
time.
No?
good.
All right, it looks like our next meeting is going to be December 2nd. And right now it's slated for 6 p.m., but we can be flexible. Is there a time that
6
is
is good.
preferable to you?
6 is good. I
6
just,
is good,
I
yeah.
got some bad information. You
Yes,
know-
you did.
You know what they say about
Yes,
bad,
you did.
you know what they say about bad information? It's worse than useless. So I apologize for my tardiness tonight.
Yeah, that's
But-
fine. Okay,
yeah.
so
But we all got bad information from the source.
Yes,
Oh,
you
is that
did.
right?
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Okay. Oh, then
Because I only got here 5 minutes.
I don't
before
feel
you
so
did.
bad now.
Yep, all eyes on me.
all right, well, I guess with no further information to go over, we are ready to adjourn and thank you if you're joining us from TCTV or from YouTube later on after it's posted. So have a great evening.
Y'all agree to the adjournment?
Yes,
Yes.
so
Oh,
moved.
I-
I
do
move
I get a
to
motion?
adjourn.
You know, second.
Okay.
Yes, I was doing that unilaterally,
There you
wasn't I?
go.
That's okay.
A
Trust me.
totalitarian effect here.